I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quite so thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, but there's logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily spreading like a rare disease, but I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is Nicky Steves here. Tonight, I am the host of Week 15 Pickems. So if you're new to the Hardcore Sports Network, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm here with Further AM and Philly Halftime. We'll have some more people joining us as time goes. So tonight, I'm going to be the host of this thing right here. I got Mitch. He's doing AEW tonight. And you also got AK Eagle. He's doing East Meets West with Philly Fuego. So let's get to it. So we're obviously going to have some people join us like we always do each week. And we're going to get to it. So I'm going to share from my screen the games, and Further's going to share the depth charts. So let's get to it. So we start tomorrow night at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over in Seattle. We got the San Francisco 49ers playing the Seattle Seahawks. Further, take it away with the depth chart.
All right, let's start off with the 49ers. They're having a problem right now. Brock Purdy is their backup quarterback because Garoppolo is hurt. Trey Lance is, obviously on IR. So they're using their third-string backup, Brock Purdy, who's questionable and still remain questionable today. And this is a Thursday night football game in Seattle tomorrow. So he is questionable. I think he's going to play. I really do. I don't think they're going to use Josh Johnson, but it is a possibility, even if he gets hurt this game in Seattle, that we might see a four-string quarterback out there on the field. The one thing I also wanted to bring up on this is Seattle has the all-time leading series record, 30 wins on 49ers compared to their 18. They won their last the 49ers won the last one, but you could see Seattle won literally like the past 4 games. I don't know about this game. This one really is a flip of a coin. Now I know it says here on the thing that it's 86% in favor for 49ers, but I actually might change my pick to Seattle Seahawks because their injury status report on their depth chart, as you see here, they're pretty much all healthy. They got a little bit bashed up on their defense, obviously. But compared to having, say, I don't know, do you think you could trust Brock Purdy again? Like, we know the Buccaneers right now are in trouble this season with Tom Brady and his divorce problems and stuff. So it could see it as an easy win. Don't let the what is it called? The man behind the mask fool you. This is Seattle. This is the Seahawks. Don't ever underestimate Pete Carroll. And this is a Thursday night primetime game. Will 12th man bring it? They easily can. That's what's crazy about this Seattle Seahawks team.
Right. We know Seattle, it's considered the loudest stadium, and they call it the 12th man. So that's a possibility.
I
Halftime
really
in
I
there.
don't know what to pick on this one. I mean, I guess I'm going to have to pick the 49ers because they have the better weapons, the
Ooh.
better defense, but really this is in Seattle. Seattle has the number on the 49ers and always have. I really could see the Seahawks winning this game.
So which one you picking further? I'm leading to agree with you right now. So
Most of the country though is leaning on that tomfoolery of last week beating the Buccaneers, right?
it was
Because
just
they
it was
still got McCaffrey. That you could win the game with just McCaffrey, I believe.
Geno Smith has been playing lights out. He's been playing
Right.
really damn good. I mean, everybody thought he was garbage, and he's over there. He's in the talk of MVP too because of
Who
his.
did the Seattle Seahawks lose to, or did they win last week or lose?
They
I can't
lost to the
remember who.
They
Panthers
lost.
last week.
To the
They lost to the
Panthers.
Raiders. It was the Raiders, right?
No, it's the Panthers. He's
Yeah.
right. It
Panthers.
was at Seattle too, and the Panthers won 30-24. But that's because Sam Darnold's back.
Right.
Is that really that much of a factor? I guess I don't know.
It's a bigger factor than having uh what was the quarterback that was there? Tip of my
Russell
tongue.
Wilson.
I'm gonna just have to go
Oh, you're talking-
49ers on this one.
Okay, well then I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks
All right.
because everything that you were just saying.
Yeah. I mean, they really do have the
49ers
number.
got their backup quarterback in.
I just don't trust myself anymore. Every time I say, I flip it now.
Hey, I'm going
Because I get everything wrong,
I'm gonna go with
dude.
your pick. Everything you said just got me convinced on picking the Seattle Seahawks over here because
Seattle historically.
I'm just telling you, you got Geno Smith has been playing real good football.
Yep.
They got two good wide receivers, and he's been getting the ball down the field. They still got they got an okay defense. It ain't like they had back in the day, but you know, and you're going in Seattle. So just in that category, I think the Seattle Seahawks win this game.
Okay, so for me, I'm going to have to take the 49ers on this one. So now moving on to Saturday. That's right, get Saturday NFL. So the first game, 1 o'clock, Minnesota Vikings at home against the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh,
Okay, so got the further's got the depth chart. So.
Yeah. 1 second. Actually, I don't have the depth chart for this one because this one's just a give me game. I'm just going straight to say that it's the Vikings.
Yeah,
And it's a home
same.
game in Minnesota. I just don't think that there's any need to look at the depth chart. They're healthy. I'll tell you right now, everyone in Minnesota is healthy. Everyone pretty much for the most part, and the Colts are healthy. But do you really trust the Colts in Minnesota against the Vikings? I don't. I think
I got the Vikings this one. Halftime.
yeah.
I got the Vikings. I don't trust the Colts whatsoever. The
No.
way that they've been playing.
I agree.
There's nothing that convinces me that they even have a chance on winning this game.
I know, same here. So guess we're done with that. We're going to be moving on. We got the 4:30 game. The Cleveland Browns at home against the Baltimore Ravens. We got 68% for the Ravens, 32% for the Browns.
I do have the depth chart for this. The Lamar Jackson's questionable, and their backup Huntley's questionable. This one's going to be a big. I don't know. Look, they got Deshaun Jackson as their wide receiver. If anyone wanted to,
right?
They got Deshaun Jackson. Quite their right guards questionable. Right tackle Moses is questionable. Those are big, huge key factors on the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson's out, right? Is Lamar Jackson out?
It says him and Huntley are questionable.
Questionable.
Oh.
And then we look at the Browns. Amari Cooper's questionable. Bella's questionable. Noku's questionable. Miles Garrett is questionable. Javon Clowney's questionable. Denzel Ward's questionable, and John Johnson's questionable. So the Browns are really beaten up on this one. Most of the country's still in favor for the Ravens. I don't know. This is one of those you could flip a coin. This is a rivalry game. It is at the Browns. God, I don't know. This is just like the Seattle game too, because the Ravens haven't been looking so good the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, they've been playing like garbage.
Yes.
Yeah,
Didn't they lose last week?
they just narrowly beat the Steelers.
That's what it was.
Yeah, very narrowly, and they barely beat the Broncos, and the Jaguars beat them by a point previously to that. So, and this is going to be a close game, no doubt.
It's gonna be a
This
close
will
one.
Yeah,
be
I
a
know.
very close game. It is a
You don't know if
rivalry.
Lamar Jackson's gonna play or not.
I
I mean,
mean,
that's
you
a
want to find
big,
out? I'll
that's
check
right
right
there,
now.
a big factor. If Lamar Jackson don't play, then the Browns win. If Lamar Jackson plays, the Ravens should win.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It's going to come up to Lamar Jackson ultimately.
It
Now, we still
says
have a few
Ravens quarterback Tyler Huntley status upgraded versus the Browns. Does that mean that he's been upgraded to?
To play.
Yeah.
That's what that means. He's upgraded to play.
Wait,
Okay.
that's it. But he's just suffering a concussion last week from the Steelers. There's no way that. Oh, he's just saying that he'll be able to play. So
He'll be
he's
able
not.
to play. He's out of concussion protocol. If he had a
Okay.
concussion, then he's out of concussion protocol. He can play. It's not saying that he's going to be starting.
Right. It
He
just
can,
he's
he can
able
be
to
on the
play.
53-man roster in that
Yeah,
game, which is only 48 actually.
But I don't think it's a good idea though, considering he's just come off a concussion.
But if Lamar
Absolutely.
Jackson is not playing, you got to go with him.
All right, what
And
other choice do
I
they
can't
have?
find a definite answer yet because he didn't practice Tuesday, and I don't see anywhere that he practiced today. Lamar Jackson. Obviously, they're not going to use him because he's suffering a leg injury.
They got till I think tomorrow night to let everybody know because they play on Saturday.
This is one of
Right.
those pick'ems you have to make literally Sunday morning during the morning show when we'd have the NFL morning show here on Hardcore Sports at 10 o'clock
Actually, in
where
this
we go
case,
over these. This is
This
one
is
of
Saturday
these.
Saturday
morning,
game.
Saturday game.
This is Saturday.
Oh, this is set. They're done Saturday now.
Well, because of Christmas.
Right.
So, I mean, I
I'm
plan on coming back.
I'm going to
Further,
say the
I'm officially
Ravens
on
right now.
vacation.
If Lamar plays, I'm going to go Ravens still.
Yeah, if
Just
Lamar Jackson plays, I go with the Ravens. If he's not, I got to go with the Browns.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Ravens as of now, but depending on the final injury report, that could change.
And further, I'm officially on vacation.
hey,
I'm
there
so
you
happy.
go. It's about
I'm
time.
so happy that I'm on vacation. I don't have to go back to work till March.
That's what's
Oh,
up.
really?
Construction.
Okay.
That's a construction job.
I see.
Yeah,
During
he
the
talked
wintertime,
about it
I
in
don't
the
work.
history. Yeah, during this time he's you get that break. It's enjoyable now.
Oh, that's one of the good things about it.
Gets to kick back and relax.
Right.
Yeah, I got to heal.
Right.
All right. Yep, do what you got to do. So now, moving on to Saturday night at 8:15 p.m. We got the Buffalo Bills at home against the Miami Dolphins.
This is going to be a hard game.
Yep, it's going to be a good one.
I do not have the depth chart for this one. I'm just going to go off and say right away that I'm predicting the Buffalo Bills to win this game against the Dolphins. It's in Buffalo. What does anyone look up the weather in Buffalo? This is a Saturday night game, right?
I think
Saturday prime time. Yep. So
Yes.
Saturday it's going to be snowing in Buffalo. Oh
Oh,
man, yeah. It's got a 70% chance of snow all day before, during, and the next day. So this is going
wow.
to be a real snow game. It's 70% chance all day snow.
About time.
So we're going to get to see the Dolphins play in the snow against Buffalo. We're going to see a real true
man,
weather game here. See if I could share the
this
image
one,
here.
this one's going to be even
Weather
This is
harder.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep.
And
This
then you
one's
can
even
see
harder
right
now.
here, 8
It's just
o'clock
so
is going to
hard.
be the biggest time it's going to snow is when it starts turning nighttime for that prime time because this is a prime time game. So it's going to be a nighttime snow all
Thank
day.
you,
So these
football
Buffalo
god.
fans are going to go crazy tailgating all
Yeah,
day. And you know what's crazy? If you live in Buffalo, like, because I used to have a roommate in college that lived in Buffalo, they all have snowmobiles. They don't drive cars during the snow. They all get on snowmobiles and
yeah,
just haul like a case of beer and a cooler in the back to the tailgate on a string.
It's
That's
cool.
how they roll in Buffalo because it just snows so much you can't drive to the store.
yeah. It's so high. The snow's so thick.
Yeah, so you just have to drive a snowmobile. So yeah, the weather is going to be an interesting factor. I wonder how many inches they're predicting.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. But this one's going to be hard. This one's a hard one.
Especially after it snows all night the day before. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like the whole night into the next day, and then snow all day into that night. It's gonna be. I wonder if it's gonna be like they showed where they had to move the game to Detroit because it snowed so much.
Oh boy, imagine that
This
happening
could be
twice.
like this. This
Yeah.
might be even worse.
This one's going to be a hard one. I'm going to go with
They can't
Miami.
move it. They can't move it. They got to keep it, dude. I want a snow game so
Yeah,
bad.
I
I
want to see a
know.
People
snow
want
game.
it.
I'm going to go with Miami. And this is why. I don't have
Okay.
trust in Josh Allen. He has been throwing interceptions and costing Buffalo games so many times. I mean, he's just been costing his own team games, and he's not even taking responsibility, saying, "Yo, all right, it was my bad. I messed that one up."
Yeah.
He'll start blaming on other people.
Or they
Could
could
this end
give
up being
fans
though more
free
of a
tickets if
running
they
game since it
shovel.
is going to be in the snow? Who who's got the legs? And you know, he halftime. You bring up a good point. Tua can run,
Yes, Tua can run. He's
right?
and they got a good running game. Miami got a good
What's up,
running game.
Jamar?
Jamar.
What did Miss Halftime say? Or they could give.
Hey, you're welcome to join.
Yeah, there you go. I like what Miss Halftime said
Yeah.
here. If you give them free tickets, and they shovel the snow to clear the stadium.
Well,
Why
that's what
not?
the Eagles did that one year for a playoff game.
Yeah,
The championship playoff game. That's what
yeah.
they did.
At
Is that the
Franklin
Falcons
Field.
one?
Yep. They should. They you shoveled if you shoveled everything, they gave you free tickets to watch the game. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Really?
As long
Yeah.
as you move the snow out of the way so you can have your
Yep.
seat because no one's going to clear it.
Yep. They just sit there and instead of paying you, you're actually paying. You're doing it work just to get free tickets.
Right.
They didn't pay you. They just gave you what you call it, and then they fed you and gave you
Right.
drinks and shit.
Now that's cool. It's nice. Me, I'm gonna go with the Bills because they're more used to this type of weather. This is more in their comfort zone, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
say
you
the
got
Bills.
you got
in this
faith
one.
in Josh Allen right now. You can really say you have faith in him.
And the Bills, I got faith in them. I feel like right now they're rolling better as a team. I think this type of weather it's favorable for them. So
I
Further,
just
who'd
think.
you pick?
Well, the thing is, I believe in Singletary and James Cook, and they can find ways to run the ball better with that running back core than than Mozart and because their backup is questionable right now. And it would really just have to be Tua and Mozart, and they could probably get it done. And of course Waddle.
You don't think they're going to be able to throw the ball because there's snow?
No, I could see in a snow game. That's what's so great about a snow game.
That's going to be the fun
Anyone
part
can
about it.
win. Anyone can win. This this is a true NFL game. This is just going to be weathered. It's not going to be the normal game design where you go out and on a turf or a real field and you're inside a nice cozy dorm. I mean, it's going to be snowing while they're playing. And it could be just like the Eagles Snow Bowl game that one year where LaShawn McCoy came back in the second half while we were losing to Detroit. And
Right.
it could be the
Yeah,
same way
but
with
you
Miami.
remember that
The
game? How
Buffalo Bills could have the
Megatron?
lead.
Do you remember
Dolphins
that
could come
game?
back.
Megatron was having an outstanding game. They were actually beating us by the air.
Yeah.
They were just chucking the ball down the field, and Megatron was playing phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That game was
Oh,
fun.
And
I
then
love
LaShawn
rewatching that
McCoy
game
just
once
said,
a year.
"Just give me that ball.
Right.
I'll run through all this snow." It was
If
a
you
lot of
look
snow.
close enough, one of the key factors of that game on defense for the Eagles was Connor Barwin. It was hard
Yep.
to see because the snow was snowing so hard during the game you could barely see the players. But if you look closely, it really was beat Brandon Graham, and main factor was Connor Barwin during that game on defense, making the stops.
Yep.
Yep.
Totally agree on that one.
Okay. All right, so we're going to move right along to Sunday afternoon Tank Bowl between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons.
I need the Falcons to win. I need the Saints to keep on losing. And I need the Houston Texans to win a game, if that's possible. So the Eagles can get
You got
the
the depth
third
chart.
round, the third overall draft pick. Because right now they're at 4.
So are we doing the Atlanta Falcons, right? The next pick?
Yeah.
That's that
Mhm.
game in the Saints. Yep.
Yeah,
Falcons.
looks like Marcus Mariota's on IR, so they have
Surprise.
backup Ritter. I don't know. Bad with
Yep.
names. Sorry if I get it wrong. I don't even know
Rookie.
who this guy really is. I have not much to say. You can see everyone else on the Falcons is pretty much healthy, except for the quarterback situation here. If you look at New Orleans, Andy Dalton's going to start. Looks like their tight ends are questionable, so they won't be having a tight end to throw to. Their left defensive end, Jordan's questionable. Their linebacker, Warner is questionable. Lattimore is still questionable also, but he's probably most likely going to play. I really hope the Atlanta Falcons win this one. I picked the Falcons, and the reason why is just because I want the Eagles to have a better pick. I don't
That's
want
all I
this
did it for.
to win.
But I mean, like, the Falcons can actually lose this game.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know anything about Ritter or Ryder.
But if the Saints win another one, ain't they? They're up there with their division. They're fighting for like second place, I believe.
Oh, he was.
That's how bad they are. That the Saints are still involved in making. They can make the second, getting to the second round on their division. That's pitiful, but
So this guy has no stats.
You're right.
he's just a
He's
rookie.
never played. He is from Cincinnati. I mean, that's pretty much why you look at it that way and pretty much pick the New Orleans Saints. And plus, it's at the, what do you call it? That stadium, Mercedes-Benz, the Superdome or whatever, and it's hard to get a win there, obviously.
Silverdome.
The Thunderdome.
I don't know. I just want the Falcons to win. I'm just going to pick the Falcons.
I'm like you,
both
Father.
these
I'm
teams are a
picking the
dumpster
Falcons
fire.
to win because I need the Saints to lose.
I do too.
Yep.
One of the
I'm
better.
very
Obviously,
good.
we're all Eagles fans. We're all in on wanting the Saints to lose, but I realistically think the Saints are going to win. Even though I want them to lose, realistically speaking, I think they're going to win.
What's up, Pensman?
Hey, Pensman, thank you for coming in.
How you doing, man?
Yep, Pensman, he was fun last night with me and Mitch on. the
Yeah.
76ers game.
Yeah, he's
So
cool.
thank you for your fun.
He's cool.
Hey, and you guys know what game's next, don't you? Okay, yep, you can just scroll down just a little bit. 1 p.m. Eagles Bears. I think this is going to be an obvious one, right?
The Eagles are at 1.
Yep.
I thought it was at 4.
Yeah, it's at 1 against. Yeah.
All
Yep,
right.
see, it's at 1. So I'm guessing you guys are both going the Eagles, right?
I mean, like really, there's no competition for the Bears. I mean, it's very hard for the Bears to even compete against what the Eagles are about to do. Now, I got the Eagles blowing them out. I got it 42-17 Eagles. There's too many weapons on the Eagles side for them to even compete. So hands down, the Eagles are just going to destroy them.
Yep.
Our running game. Now, the Bears don't blitz. They stop the run now. They can stop the run. But they don't have good enough corners to stop the passing.
Oh, Darnell Mooney's on IR now. Wow.
We have 2 number 1 wide receivers. Tight ends was playing damn good last week. I think we're just going to run wild on him. Jalen Hurts can run the ball and anytime he wants, and he'll get his yards, 70, 80 yards. And Miles Sanders, I think he's going to get over 100 yards against the Bears.
Okay, that's all. Further, got anything you want to add to it?
Justin Fields is questionable. Claypool's questionable because Darnell Mooney's on IR. Khalil Herbert, one of their top running backs this whole entire season, still on IR. He's going to be missing for the whole entire season. Looks like everyone else is pretty much okay and ready to go. The Philadelphia Eagles, we got questionable Quez Watkins, Landon Dickerson, Lane Johnson. We still haven't heard back if Dallas Goedert's still in IR. He is projected to play, but I don't think he's going to play full snaps. I think we're going to see a lot of Jack Stoll. I still think we're going to get the victory. Go Birds.
Yep. I see the Birds winning by blowout too. It would be hilarious though if Nathan Peter meme has to start.
Pensman, are you serious?
It would be hilarious.
He doesn't. You better not be thinking the Bears got any chance, Pensman.
Alrighty, so moving along to the next 1 o'clock game. We got the Detroit Lions going to the MetLife to play the New York Jets. They got 59% pick the Lions, 41% Jets. Halftime, I'm going to start with you this one.
I'm going to go with the Jets. Jets got a real good defense. And their offense has been showing up. They have been putting points on the board. And I am real high on the Jets defense. I do like their defense. I know they got a new coach. They got a new. I think they might make the playoffs. They got a chance to make the playoffs.
You're right about that.
So
a good chance.
I do. I say they're going to beat. I say they're going to beat the Lions. Pretty good. I mean,
let's see the depth chart here. Wow, they still got that full. What do you call it? That offensive line still battered up on the Lions, but they're still finding a way to win. They're looking a lot better health wise, but man, their defense. A lot of their defense is on IR, as you could see. New York Jets. Mike White is questionable. See if their fullbacks on IR. I don't know. This is one of those games again. I'm not exactly sure. It's in MetLife. The Lions are looking good right now, but I still think the Jets are going to pull out a victory here. I'm going with the Jets. I don't.
Okay,
I think
so
it's just because they got the MetLife advantage.
right,
And Detroit's just not good playing away. They are have that home field advantage. I noticed lately, but I need to see them prove to me that they can win away games, which
right.
they have failed this season to do.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I mean, I initially picked the Lions, but I might go the Jets, especially with some of those injuries. Even though the Lions did upset the Vikings, but I don't know.
Though the main factor of this, though, I want to say is, do you know who on the Jets will be quarterback? Is it going to be Mike White or Zach Wilson? Because I
Ooh,
thought
that's
Zach Wilson was hurt or something, and
right.
Mike White got hurt, and then
Yeah.
Zach Wilson had to come in.
it's okay.
I think Mike White will be back, right?
So yeah, Zach Wilson will be the number 2 quarterback for the Lions game.
Okay, so you got Mike White again.
So Mike White again.
So he's going to be, and he's been playing really good.
Right. So yeah, I do think Mike White is the better option, but that could play a factor. You still have Sunday to change that. So moving along to the next 1 o'clock game. Oh, this is going to be a doozy. The pit in a tank bowl between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Carolina Panthers.
Wow.
Who wants to go first?
Well, let me. I'll bring up the depth chart real quick with the Steelers because Kenny Pickett's questionable. Remember, he suffered that concussion this
Right.
week and didn't get to play the game. Najee Harris is also questionable. That's a huge hit. Their tight end, which is a huge factor for this team, is also questionable. They're pretty battered up on offense here. Um, you can see they finally got their cornerback situation back, but Witherspoon's now on IR, which is really hurting, obviously, the Steelers' defense right here because he was a huge factor. And so they have backup Sutton in, who's obviously questionable too right now. Um, I think also, this defensive end's also questionable. I don't know how to say. I'm just calling him Jobby, but he's questionable. And then if you look at the Carolina Panthers, they're pretty much all healthy right now. They got Sam Darnold. You know, the Panthers beat Seattle Seahawks last week, and this is a 50-50 game, and it's in Carolina. I'm going to say the Panthers. That's
Okay.
my pick.
Right. Halftime. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, you said it all there. Further,
I think the Steelers' offense is just so battered up right now. That's the reason they don't
they're
have that.
so
They
hurt.
had if they had Pickett, I'd feel more comfortable. But Trubisky, after last week when he came in and started throwing balls away, I said the problem has risen again with the Steelers. Like the beginning of the season, they just got to get rid of Trubisky. He sucks. He's an awful quarterback.
Yeah.
Steelers are pretty beat up and they're bad, but like, it's hard to. It's even hard to pick the Panthers. I mean, they both.
I know.
Hey, this is a hard game to pick.
But the
You know what?
Panthers are actually looking decently good the past 2 weeks with Sam Darnold.
Right.
Surprisingly, I'm actually kind of shocked.
But they're
He's
just
putting up
Pittsburgh's so
103 passer rating. He's throwing TD passes. He's not getting that many yards though.
I want to pick Pittsburgh, but they're so hurt on offense.
Mm-hmm.
And the Panthers, they're trying to tank, and they can't even tank right. They don't even know how to do that right.
Right.
They like to linger around.
Yeah, I'm like,
For
I
sure.
don't even know who to pick. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to give me the Panthers, I guess. And it's the only reason why I'm picking them is because Pittsburgh's so hurt, and they're not even trying to get nobody off the free agent market to help them out a little bit.
It's a big mess over there. It's
Yeah,
in Pittsburgh. And my friend, who's a diehard Steeler fan, he's accepted this year as a big loss.
Penn's going to be mad, but you guys are hurt too much.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so let's move on. All right, so I'm going to go with the Panthers in this one due to the Steelers' injuries. So now our next 1 o'clock game, Cowboys traveling to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. I'm instinctively thinking Cowboys. You guys agree? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jacksonville has a chance
Oh yeah, they do.
because
But Trevor Lawrence is questionable.
Trevor Lawrence was playing. Didn't they just who they beat last week? That was a shocker.
Oh. Who was it? They beat the Ravens.
Titans,
Oh,
Huh?
the Titans. Yes,
Yeah, but they
I was thinking
hands
the Ravens.
down beat the Titans. I mean, they beat the Titans by a lot.
right?
Yeah, that was a
So
shocking.
this is actually going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a close game, but I still have the Cowboys lingering around the Eagles. But if Jacksonville can pull off and beat the Cowboys, that would help the Eagles. But I still have to go with the Cowboys on this. They're just Cowboys are too healthy.
Right. Yeah. Further. Anything you want to add?
I'm pretty much gonna lean. I don't know because the Cowboys. It's December and the Cowboys stink in December, and they had such a lousy game last week. I literally thought they were going to possibly lose to the Texans.
I would
I
have
know.
loved it. I
That
want the
I
Texans
was
to
I
win,
was
and
sitting
I would have
back.
wanted the Dallas to lose. That would have been the greatest game right there.
That was the biggest tease
Uh-huh.
of the week last week.
Yeah.
The
And
Cowboys.
Doug Patterson doesn't really have a great statistical score up because I'm just looking right now when Doug Patterson had his tenure with the Philadelphia Eagles as head coach with our situation, and we still couldn't beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys have even Doug Patterson's number. I don't think. I mean, it is possible. Like halftime, like you said, anything's possible. This is going to be a good game, and Cowboys could show that their true colors are weakening in December because that's historically what they are. But I'm going to have to lean towards the Cowboys right now. They just have the better score, better team. They should win.
I don't know. Dak throws like he was throwing against Houston.
I know, right?
You know, Jacksonville will score on that. Houston might not, but Jacksonville will. I mean, you could. I'm kind of looking for an upset right now.
And
But
Lawrence is questionable.
who's questionable?
Trevor
Lawrence,
Lawrence.
yeah,
Yeah,
Demarcus Lawrence.
Oh, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yes,
Oh.
defensive end, the guy that kept getting to Jalen Hurts. We had to get
Yeah.
Mulata to step in there and block. Also, Lane Johnson, he was getting through to Jalen Hurts during that game. That's what we got to also worry about next week is we got to talk about him and how we're going to protect Jalen Hurts and Dallas because they're going to be coming. They want Jalen Hurts to be injured. That's the type of fans
Lane
they are.
Johnson. He's healthy. He only got through when Lane Johnson wasn't there, and Lane Johnson was sitting on the bench.
That's right.
That's when he started getting through.
Right.
And Lane Johnson got hurt.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the Cowboys in this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Jaguars find a way to squeak it out. Next one, this is gonna be relatively easy. Let's just breeze through this one. Chiefs, Texans. We're all going the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, all going to Chiefs.
All right. Next. So we go to the 4 o'clock games. We got here's a tank bowl. Arizona Cardinals with Colt McCoy versus the Denver Broncos. You got the depth charts further. See who the backups are. Okay.
Oh, this is the Arizona.
This is the backup of all backups.
So,
like everybody's hurt.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray's on IR. Colt McCoy is unquestionable for this games already. Zach Allen's out, their right defensive end. Cornerbacks are questionable on both sides with Murphy and Wilson. You go to the Broncos. Russell Wilson's questionable. Uh, wow. Looks like they have Murray, but Boone is on IR. Edmonds is on IR, so they don't really have that stacked of a running game. Sutton's questionable. Man, they're really questionable on offense. Defense looks all right. I mean, the country's in favor of the Broncos. I don't see why though.
because their quarterback's
Yeah.
out.
But then again, that's because and then you look at Arizona and God, I don't trust Colt McCoy. I'm gonna have to go with the Broncos. I'm gonna have to change my pick here, just because I trust Russell Wilson more than not having a quarterback, and especially Colt McCoy, their backup being questionable. They might have a third string quarterback in.
Ugh.
This is one of those games where I'm gonna have to literally wait before the game starts to see what the injury report is still on who will play and not.
Yeah, this one's hard. This one's not even easy. This one, I'm going to say this now.
No, this week was. I
This is
told you before we
garbage. This is
started.
a
This was a
garbage
hard
game.
pick'em week. This is really hard, especially now that we're coming to the end of the season. Teams are going to start trying to go into
Yeah.
the postseason. You'll see some upsets and stuff, and this is one of those weeks. You could see people in the country are really don't know who to pick.
Yeah, this is two garbage teams right now. And you wouldn't even think that in the beginning of the year, but they've been real bad each side. I don't know what to pick.
I don't either.
I mean, I literally want to pick the Broncos because
But you can't pick the Cardinals because the
the,
Cardinals don't have a quarterback
the
or a
Quarters
run
ain't got a
game,
quarterback. But
and they don't have a run game either.
yeah, but the friggin' the Broncos ain't no better. It's like you ain't got the Broncos ain't
Well,
got.
I do trust Murray, their running back, but then that's their problem. They don't have Sutton; he's questionable. Their other wide receiver, Hinton, he's questionable. Uh, damn, their tight end is questionable. Beck's not playing, so they have some guy called I don't even know how to say that last name. Who is he? I don't know. So the Broncos are really bad shape.
Yeah, the Broncos are in bad shape.
Yeah, the Broncos,
The
but so
Cardinals
is
are in bad
Arizona.
shape. These two teams are like pitiful. And then you got the Broncos coach that he don't even know how to run a 2-minute drill.
How's the defense on? See, if they got questionable because the Broncos defense is so on IR.
Yeah.
How's the
God, this is hard. This one's a hard one.
the defense on the Cardinals and it's in Denver though.
Yeah, but your coach sucks. Denver's hurt and your coach sucks. He can't even run a 2-minute drill. You got the Cardinals. If they had a quarterback, I would pick the Cardinals hands down. Cardinals are going to win. But I can't pick them because, oh, man. I'm going to go with the Broncos. And this is just a coin toss. I'm just going to flip a coin and go with the Broncos. But they're both pitiful right now.
Oh, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Broncos right now. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, so moving on to the next 4 o'clock game. Patriots versus
Yo,
Raiders.
Penman's over here saying Russell Wilson might be out for that game. Is that true, Further?
Who? Sorry, I missed you.
Russell Wilson, the Broncos quarterback.
Russell Wilson. I thought he's questionable, but he most likely will be playing.
Penman's over here saying he might be out.
He might be out, but he's just questionable.
Because didn't he get a concussion?
Oh look,
Yeah, I think he got taken out of the game and put into protocol.
it just remains in doubt. Well, that was 2 days ago. In concussion protocol, that was 3 hours ago. So, like I said, this is one of those games where you'll have to wait until the game's about to start to see if Russell Wilson will play or not.
He has to wait until what, Friday over the concussion protocol. Then If he don't pass that, then he's not allowed to play on Sunday. Right? Ain't that how it works?
And what was that again?
He has till Friday
Friday.
to pass concussion protocol. If he don't pass the concussion protocol on Friday, he's not allowed to play
Right.
on Sunday.
All right.
And then if you want to know the backup for the Broncos, it is Brett Rippon. God, that
Yo,
guy's awful.
let that happen. Let that
Rippon
happen.
versus Colt McCoy.
Oh
Let that
gosh,
one happen.
a doozy.
Wow. The legends of the backup game. That would be called the backup.
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't heard that name in a while.
That's how I feel about that one. So I guess for now, moving on to the Patriots Raiders, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I see further you got the depth chart up.
Yes. Sorry. 1 second. All right. Well, it looks like Mac Jones is going to be the starting quarterback. Stevenson's questionable. I noticed they're not using him as much. Win is a huge factor. He's questionable. You're going to need to find out how his stats is before the game, obviously. With the Raiders, it looks like Derek Carr, but Josh Jacoby's questionable. You got Hunter Renfrow in the IR, so Mac Hollins is taking his spot. You got left guard, right guard, and the right tackle all questionable for this game. So the Raiders are really bashed up. If you ask me, I would definitely just go with the Patriots on this one. They have the number on the Raiders historically, and I trust Belichick more than I trust the coach of the Raiders.
Yeah, I gotta say I'm going with the Patriots. Halftime?
I gotta go
Patriots,
with the Patriots because I don't trust the Raiders at all.
right?
Right.
I mean, they. I thought they had a playoff team, and for some odd reason, they don't even have nothing going on.
I
Nothing.
know, right. It's just atrocious right there at that team. But about to be moving right along to the next game, which is Titans versus Chargers in LA. 76% got the Chargers. What do you guys got?
Titans just got beat by the Jags. They've been on a 2-game losing streak, right? Or maybe a 3-game losing streak.
3-game. It's
3-game.
Bengals, Eagles, Jaguars.
I had
Man, both these teams are on losing streaks, though.
yeah.
Oh, but the Chargers won against the Dolphins on Sunday.
Oh, okay. I missed that game.
I think the
I'm
Tennessee Titans are going to pull this off. They're going to give the ball. They're going to run the ball on the Chargers. I had the Chargers, but I'm just thinking right now because they're on a 3-game losing streak. I think they're going to give it to Derrick Henry, and he's gonna run wild on them.
Tannehill's questionable. Wide receiver Woods is questionable. Wow, their whole entire Burks is questionable, and their whole entire backups on IR on the Tennessee Titans. The Chargers, everyone on offense is good. Defense is a little bit shaken up. That's what the problem. That's the problem with the Chargers right now is their defense, and the problem with the Titans right now is their
Their
offense.
offense.
But actually, the Titans' defense is all on IR, even worse than the Chargers. Actually, well, their starters are starting at least, but they have no depth. This is a hard one
It's
because
gonna be a hard one. It's
both
not easy.
teams, because the Chargers being in the Chargers in LA, and then you have the Titans coming all the way to the West Coast with a time change. And I just don't trust Tannehill. I do trust Herbert, but the thing is, it's not Herbert's fault at the end of the day. That team's just not fully there and fully healthy for
Yeah,
Herbert.
but if the Chargers, Henry's going to run wild on the Chargers.
I know. I know.
It's kind of
But the
hard.
thing, but
It's
hold on.
hard. It's not easy,
But we
guys.
said this about the Philadelphia Eagles, and they barely even used Derrick Henry. I don't
That was
understand.
that's why they lost because they didn't even use him. And
Well, then
but
who's
then
to
again,
blame for this then?
the Eagles shut him down, so he wasn't really getting as many yards as he normally does.
But he didn't get. He wasn't really shut down. They just didn't. He didn't get
He only
many
got 30
attempts.
yards. What do you mean he wasn't shut down by the
But he
Eagles?
only had 9 attempts. With a running back like Derrick Henry, you were expected at least to get 20 or 22 attempts on average per game, especially with
Yeah,
a
but
key
wasn't he
household franchise name like Derrick Henry, and you
didn't
only
he
use
get
them.
hurt
Can't
in the
even use
Eagles
them
game?
double digits.
Didn't he get hurt in the Eagles game?
No,
I thought he got hurt. Thought he, I
I
got.
didn't.
I thought he had an ankle injury.
I did. Did you hear anything about that, Nikki? I might have missed that. I was celebrating. I'd have.
He's
Yeah,
out celebrating too much.
I was, man. I was all over the place, pacing back and forth.
No, I didn't hear anything about it.
Yeah, I thought he was fine. I didn't.
Oh,
He's not questionable or anything. I'm looking at his depth chart, and he's fine.
he did good, but yeah, but he played against the Jacksonville Jaguars though. You got
Right,
me.
right.
This one's gonna be hard. You got now. I did say the 10. I'm gonna switch it to the Chargers.
I'm gonna switch. I'm doing the
I'm
Chargers
going
too.
to. I'm gonna go to Chargers.
I just have more faith in Justin Herbert than Tannehill, and that's why I'm saying
And I
like
agree with you. I agree with you on that
it's.
one.
But the problem with it is you are right though. If and this is on the coaches, if they use Derrick Henry efficiently and
They
effectively,
use
they
him
should
right.
win the game
They should win the game. But I'm
easily
gonna go with you. I'm gonna agree with you further.
because the
I
Chargers
think you're right.
defense lacks here, and defense wins games. We know this.
Yep.
But this is one of those games I'm going to look at right before the game starts again
You know,
uh, on
this
Sunday
new day
morning.
and age, though, they're also saying now you don't have to have a great defense. All you have to have is one that bends but don't break. They use
Right.
this bend but don't break thing. I don't know what that means, but this is the new day and age where they don't lean on the defense as much as they lean on the
Offense.
offense. So,
Exactly.
and
Right.
this is back in the day, like when I was your guys' age, I was always you better have a great defense and you have your offense they just can get you enough points. But the defense was going to take the ball away from everybody else. They don't do that now.
And can I show you something real quick?
Go for it.
Here's the Titans right now in the playoff picture at 4.
Right.
And you don't see the Chargers. The Chargers are still in the hunt. So, in a way, the Chargers really, really need this win
Yeah, definitely.
That's what
if
that
they
means.
want to
I
play.
didn't know that. Thanks for showing me that.
Yes, that's why I wanted to show to make this is one of those December games where you're going to see it. And does this team, does Justin Herbert want to make the playoffs? He's got to win this game. This is if he loses this game, this is a huge blow. That means he most likely can't lose another game for the rest of the season.
Yeah. But he's struggling, so
You can see it's just great. I like
would say
coming up here
I gotta
already
go with the
clinched.
Chargers.
Yep.
I'm gonna change it and go with the Chargers.
And the Bills, they want that win this week against the Dolphins. You know that because they want to clinch too.
Yep. I'm going to go with the Chargers on this one. Anything you guys want to add for this one?
I think it's going to be a good game. I really think this one will be one of those really good games of the season. It's going to be close. It's going to be in LA, and it's going to be a 4:25 game. I'm
Right.
looking forward to.
All right. So our next matchup takes us to Bengals versus Bucks at Tampa Bay. 87% have the Bengals, 13% for the Bucks. Who wants to go first?
I'm just going to go Bengals. I don't need to say
Bengals.
anymore. I think the Bucks just don't have it anymore.
Right.
Tom Brady
Tom
is
Brady. Tom
2
Brady's
weeks.
too worried about his divorce, and
Mind
he.
is not there. His mind's in the courtroom.
Yep.
Right. I'm going Bengals in this one. So let's move along. We made it to Sunday night. This is going to all have our interest. Giants versus Commanders in Washington. 75% Commanders, 25%
Oh, this is the
Giants.
prime. This is the prime time game for
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
So we got the depth chart here, and you could see. Oh, sorry. Sterling Shepard's on IR still. Robinson on IR. Bellinger, their tight ends, questionable. I mean, there's still the thing that plagues the Giants year after year is injury, and this showing again for this matchup and them going especially into the end of the year, into the postseason. Can the Giants hang on with the talent they have, knowing that they have no depth because they have so many injuries on their backup core? You look at the Washington Commanders, they're doing all right. Looks like Antonio Gibson's is now a backup. He's questionable. They're starting running backs questionable. Um, I think honestly here, where I'm going, I'm just going to go with Washington Commanders. I think they're the stronger opponent here. Taylor Heineke's shown no weaknesses thus far. They've had a bye week to get ready for this Giants rivalry game. It is a home field at FedEx Field. I'm going to go with the Commanders on this one. I don't know. What do you all think?
I got Commanders. Halftime.
I'm going with the Giants, and this is why.
Okay.
I think the Giants are totally pissed. They're pissed about the tie. Then we go and play the Giants, and we destroy them. Totally disgraced them.
Yep.
And that coach, he don't play games. He has a chip on his shoulder, and he's holding them responsible, saying, "Yo, play this goddamn game the right way, and get your ass moving." What the hell? So I got the Giants that they're going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder. It's going to be a real close game. I think they're going to win by at least 7 points. I got the Giants winning by 7 points, but I think the Giants are going to come out with this win. All Giant fans are going to be hooping and hollering about it.
And the Giants can't afford to lose this game.
No, they can't. Washington can't either, by the way.
Both teams must win, but
This is a do or die for both of
somebody's
these
got to
teams.
lose.
But this is a do
Yes.
or die. It's like you're in the playoffs, you're in the playoff run, or you're out of it.
Yeah, right now. Yeah, and that's exactly the Giants' position right now. Actually, both teams
Yeah,
right now.
Washington too.
Yeah.
They're both
This
in it.
is-
Whoever wins this one has a
I
chance to
do.
win
Let's
the
go
playoff.
with a tie. I
That
like
would be
that.
hilarious.
That would be great.
Pensman, that was funny, dude.
That
If
would,
they
and
were
they
a
would both
tie,
be
that would be hilarious. That would be.
7-5-2.
Okay, so I guess I'm
You,
going with
you tie.
Commanders.
I never heard of that. Have that ever happened?
Divisional
there
Not
tie.
that I
two
know.
ties
No,
in the whole season?
not in the
Same
same
team?
season.
Like back to back, you tying, and every time you play a team.
I mean, I know the Giants and Eagles, I think, have tied twice, but not back to back.
That would be funny as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a Giants fan or a Washington fan, you gotta be like, "Yo, what the hell, man? We tied again."
Oh my gosh. The memes will be glorious.
Yo, that's a good possibility, though.
Oh, look at he's it's a troll. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah.
what a tie
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Oh, I remember that. But now we're on to the grand finale, Monday night. Who would have thought this would be a tank bowl? The Los Angeles Rams representing the Detroit Lions going against the Green Bay Packers. 83% obviously got the Packers. Who wants to start?
Aaron
It's
Rodgers
further.
is back, but he's not questionable anymore. The running backs are healthy. They got Christian Watson and Randall Cobb. So pretty much the offense is looking good. Their defense is looking good. You got the Rams here who are on Baker Mayfield, who I don't trust whatsoever because Matthew Stafford's on IR. Looks
I
like
don't
Cam
know.
Akers is back. Cam Akers is
Baker
back.
came up with a huge win.
Cooper Cup's on IR. Allen Robinson's on IR. Woo. The Rams offense is really, really bad shape. You know what? Give me the Packers for sure.
Yeah, give me the Packers because everybody else, they're playing their third. Everybody on the Rams are playing their third string. Everybody, because they're all hurt. And this is what happens when you win a Super Bowl. You don't go back to back. You don't do that. It don't happen. Normally, somebody you're going to be hurt, and they sunk all their play. They sunk all their picks in, and they're going to be done for a long time now. I got the Packers on this one.
Yeah, I got the Packers on this one, especially with the Rams. This is the worst defending Super Bowl champs we've seen. Worse than the 03 Bucks. Who's the other one? Who's the other one with the losing record that just came to my mind? Oh, what? Okay, I forget who it was, but this is easily the worst defending Super Bowl champs we've all seen. So I got to go with the Packers for that alone.
But it's hard to go back to back. I mean, they should have made the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, but it's hard to go back to back. But when you're hurt, I mean, come on, everybody's on IR.
Right. I mean, yeah, they're screwed. So I'm going to have to go with the Packers in that one. So that's our weekly pick'em. So if there's anything you guys want to add, any hot takes, fire away.
Fuck the Cowboys.
I like that.
Other than that, man, I hope everyone has a good, happy holiday. Enjoy your holidays. Get everything done for Christmas. Don't forget anybody. Let everyone know, say happy Christmas or happy holidays to everyone you know. It might be the last time you see them. You never know. You know how the world works these days. It's crazy times. So just don't forget anyone, Make sure you hit up everyone and be humble. And thanks for everyone being here.
Okay.
Thanks, you guys, for having me on. It's great working with you guys. You guys are awesome. And you guys keep it real.
Same with you, man.
All right. So that's it for our weekly picks this week. So thank you further at halftime for joining in. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for making this thing fun.
Everyone be safe, too.
I hope you guys have a great night. Nikki Stees, Further AM, Philly Halftime, signing off. Until next time.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.